Hey guys, it's Laura, and I have officially completed 4 weeks or 28 days of my modified 75 hard challenge. I've been making little videos every time I finish a week of the challenge just to update about my status and how everything's going. Before I get into talking about the week, I just wanted to quickly go over the rules of the challenge. And I do feel like in every single video when I reiterate the rules, I kind of say it in a little bit of a different way, but it is what it is. So basically the 75 Hard Challenge is a challenge created by a man named Andy Frisella. And basically it is a series of 5 tasks that a person must complete for 75 days straight. And if they miss any challenge on any day, they have to restart the entire 75 Hard Challenge. These rules are 1, making a diet and sticking to it with no cheat days and no alcohol. 2, taking a progress photo. 3, doing 2 45-minute workouts, one of which must be outside. 4, drinking a gallon of water. And 5, reading 10 pages of a nonfiction book. As a note, I have modified the challenge for myself in that I'm only drinking 90 ounces of water as opposed to the gallon of water. And I go over this modification extensively in my very first video, so if you haven't watched that yet, I urge you to. So I think that this is going to be a bit of a shorter video than usual just because I don't really think that I have too much to talk about this week. As I mentioned in my last update video, I kind of feel like I'm at the point where these tasks that I'm doing every day are just becoming a day-to-day routine. I'm not really struggling with completing the challenges. I'm certainly, thinking about the challenge all the time, but, it's not really something that I'm struggling with 90% of days. So I'll first talk about the progress photo. So as I've talked about in previous videos, I just have a tripod set up against a white wall. I take the photo first thing in the morning. This has been going really well. This is basically just like a thoughtless activity, honestly. Something cool is that I have started noticing that I can see the results of this challenge in my physique on camera. So I have been noticing results as I've been completing this challenge, but mostly it's just been in my, athletic ability. Or, when I look in the mirror, I kind of feel like my body looks a little bit different, but I can say 100% that, these changes are finally translating to the camera. So that's really cool, and it's really motivating to see. With this, I will also note that as a result of completing this challenge, I am in the best physical shape of my adult life. And this includes when I was at my thinnest, because even when I was at my lowest adult weight, I could not run, and I certainly was not flexible enough to do yoga. So I'm really happy with the results that I have been seeing in this challenge. I'll next talk about my 2 workouts. So this week I have mostly been doing yoga as my indoor workout and a walk as my outdoor workout every single day. Although I will say that last night I did run for my indoor workout, and I am really feeling the effects this morning. I woke up feeling so sore. It's getting slightly better, but I just think that sometimes when you run, it's gonna absolutely kick your ass the next day, and sometimes you're gonna be fine, and sometimes you just can't predict when that's going to happen. In terms of the water rule, I'm just plodding along. I'm drinking my 90 ounces a day. It is what it is. I still think that this is my least favorite task that I have to complete in the challenge. I'm not loving drinking water. I don't feel like I'm seeing any grandiose effects. My skin is not glowing and acne free, so I feel kind of cheated. But who knows, maybe as I complete this challenge more, I'll notice a difference. In terms of my diet, diet's going well. I've been eating in a calorie deficit for the duration of this challenge. And this week I made the conscious decision to increase the deficit that I'm eating in, which has made the diet rule a little bit more difficult just because I can't eat as much. But otherwise, it hasn't been impossible to follow, and I've been following it every day. And then finally, in terms of the reading rule, I'm still reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. I feel like it's going fine. I do have my next book picked out already, and I do anticipate being able to start that next book sometime this week. Something that I will say about the reading rule is that unfortunately, I don't think I'm getting much joy out of reading these books, which is kind of unfortunate because I do consider myself a reader. I love to read, but the genre that I mostly enjoy reading is contemporary fiction. And of course, the books that I'm reading for this challenge are nonfiction, specifically self-help. So I feel like when I'm reading these books for the challenge, I'm really just trying to hit that 10-page mark, and then, I'm giving up. I think the intention with this reading rule is that you read the first 10 pages and then you're enjoying the book so much that hopefully you read more than 10 pages. And certainly some days I've been able to read more than 10 pages, but the vast majority of days I just hit the 10 pages and then I put down the book. So I feel like I'm not really reading these books, to get any joy or excitement out of reading, which kind of sucks. And I'm not getting as much out of these books as I really should be. But again, I really do think that this comes down to, unfortunately, reading nonfiction books is just not my genre of choice. And perhaps things would be different if I was reading fiction. This being said, I will say that I am enjoying Atomic Habits. I do like it better than the first book that I read in this challenge. And I am happy that, by the end of this challenge, if I do complete the full 75 days, I will have read, a stack of books, which I wouldn't otherwise have read. So that's pretty cool. As I've been reading Atomic Habits, I've actually been thinking about how to apply the teachings in the book for when I'm finished this challenge and when I focus on writing again. So I will say, I do find that when doing 75 hard, it's kind of difficult to focus on doing anything except for this challenge. But another goal that I have for myself, aside from personal fitness and mental toughness, is that I want to write. I've taken a few writing classes over the years, and I have a very lofty ambition of writing a book one day. But of course, in order to accomplish that goal, I actually need to sit down and put pen to paper. So I do think that once this challenge is over, I would like to focus on another goal of just writing more consistently. And I think that the teachings in Atomic Habits are going to assist me in crafting a writing practice. I don't know if I've actually said it yet in this video, but as of day 25 of this challenge, I'm actually halfway through 75 hard, which is crazy to think about. If you had asked me on day one how confident I would be about completing this challenge, I would have told you not confident at all. And even if you had asked me on day one, how far do you actually think that you're going to get in this challenge? I would have said, I don't know, 10 days. So I have certainly exceeded my own expectations. I have no plans of stopping. I'm very determined to hit the full 75 days, but I'm just so impressed with myself. And I truly think that, if I could get this far with the challenge, I think a lot of people can. When I tell people that I'm completing 75 hard, even if it's a modified version, the response that I get is very universal, which is, oh, wow, you're doing this challenge. I could never do this challenge. I don't have enough time. And I really think that, people shouldn't count themselves out before actually trying. I think that if this challenge has taught me anything so far, it's that, you have more time in a day than you think that you do. And most people can probably get these tasks done if they set their mind to it. Obviously, I'm not going to say universally that every single person can and should complete this challenge. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that, if this is something that you're potentially interested in doing, but are, worried that you might not have the time to do it, I think that you should try anyway. I think you will surprise yourself. Anyway, those are all of my thoughts from this week with the challenge. I know that I said that this was going to be, a little bit of a shorter video, and I hope that it is still short after I finish editing it. I hope you enjoyed listening to my thoughts, and I will see you next week when I complete week 5. Bye!